Welcome to this JAMDA author video presentation. I'm Ruby Yu, Research Fellow of the Chinese University of Hong Kong Jockey Club Institute of Aging. I will be discussing my article in the June 2018 issue of JAMDA, the Journal of Post-Acute and Long-Term Care Medicine. The article is entitled, "Is Neighborhood Green Space Associated with Less Frailty? Evidence from the Mr. and Miss O's Hong Kong study." Attempts have been made to prevent or reverse frailty. Physical exercise is the most widely studied, and findings have been comparatively promising. Neighborhood environments, particularly green space, are being increasingly recognized as factors that influence physical activity. It is therefore possible that older people living in neighborhoods with more green space associated with better health. Therefore, in this study, we examined whether neighborhood green space was related to frailty risk longitudinally and examined the relative contributions of green space, physical activity, and individual health conditions to the frailty transitions. We studied a total of 4,000 community-dwelling Chinese men and women aged 65 and older in Hong Kong. Trained research assistants administered the study questionnaires and physical measurements. The cohort was invited for re-evaluation after 2 years. Green space was quantified based on normalized difference vegetation index, which is an indicator to live vegetation on the land surface. This was estimated from spectral information obtained from iconal satellite images, and the proportion of vegetation within a 300-meter radial buffer was calculated for each participant according to the geocode information for participants' place of residence. Index value ranges between -1 and +1 in this study, and DVI larger than or equal to 0.1 correspond to green spaces. Frailty was assessed using the 5-item cardiovascular health study frailty phenotype, with the total score ranging from 0 to 5. Items include body mass index less than 18.5, having no energy, grip strength in the first quartile, walking speed measurement in the lowest quartile, and the physical activity scale of the elderly score in the lowest quartile. The total scores were used to categorize participants as robust, pre-frail, and frail at baseline and at the second-year follow-up. Frailty transitions were determined to be deteriorated, stable, or improved frailty status. Let's look at the results. In multivariable models, frailty status of participants living in neighborhoods with more green space at baseline were more likely to improve at the second-year follow-up than it was for those living in neighborhoods with less green space. The odds ratio was 1.29. When men and women were analyzed separately, the association between green space and frailty remained significant in men but not in women. In the path analysis, we can see that green space directly affects frailty transitions and also exerts an effect through physical activity. In conclusion, our findings suggest that older people living in neighborhoods that have a higher percentage of green space had a higher likelihood of improvement in frailty status, independent of a range of individual characteristics. The observed association between green space and frailty risk was stronger among men than women. The effect of green space on improvement in frailty status could be direct or indirectly through promoting physical activity of the elderly. Our findings have important implications for planning policy to design and encourage the use of neighborhood green space in promoting health and preventing frailty in aging populations. Thank you for listening. For further details, please refer to the article in the June 2018 issue of JAMDA, the Journal of Post-Acute and Long-Term Care Medicine, which is available at jamda.com.